Live, the beauty of Zoom here, and we have Yanni Karlaftis joining us. Needs no introduction to Purdue fans, certainly, and about to become a college freshman here in about a week and a couple of days when he starts class at Purdue. Yanni, first, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time to join us. And like I said, this will be a highlight. This will be the first of many highlights of your media career in college.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about, obviously you are going down the street. You're a West Lafayette, proud West Lafayette graduate, and that experience of mentally getting ready to take on college. I mean, where are you mindset, and then maybe as a follow-up, where are you health-wise? Obviously, you had an injury to deal with this year in your senior year at West Side. Give us a little update on both.
Mentally, I think I'm really ready. I'm ready to do everything in college. High school towards the end kind of got boring, and I'm ready for something new. I think it's going to be really fun, and it's just really exciting to me.
Yeah.
And then health-wise, I've been improving a lot, and it's gotten a lot better. But talking with the Purdue training staff and stuff like that, we still have a little bit of ways to go to get me healthy.
Yeah.
Was it your knee?
It's my hamstring.
Hamstring. It happened in like the practice right before your first game, right?
Yeah.
That had to be frustrating to kind of, obviously I'm sure you had high hopes for your senior year, all that stuff. Just how maddening was it having to watch all year?
Yeah, it was awful. All season I was just trying to get back, into it, and it just took too long, and it's been taking a while, really long. I guess hamstrings are tricky things, but as it's going along, I'm really just ready for this next step, and I'm really, really excited.
Right.
You have because hamstrings are, and not that I'm a medical person, but it does take rest, and that's a hard thing for a young person like yourself that's has high expectations. Has that been something that's taken some getting used to, just being able to say, I got to shut this down a little bit? I mean, has that been a big big struggle for you?
Definitely. Like when I heard it the first time, I still ended up playing the first game, even though I was hurt. And then I was just I've taken a couple of different approaches to rehab and seeing how things have been going. But finally getting into it, I'm understanding when I need to rest it and when I need to go a little more and a little less. It's just I'm always the type of guy try to push it to the extent, and it's like you can't have any pain there or anything like that. And I'm like, if I feel pain, I'm gonna keep going, because once you start hurting, you're just gonna get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just different mentality than I'm used to. So it's taking a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah. You've
got to be going crazy. You haven't gotten to player practice most of your senior year. You didn't get to go on any recruiting visits. It's been a really weird year. To the recruit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to play football. Yeah, I just want to.
To the recruiting part of it, I mean, how hard was it here that past year and a half? I know you wanted to credibly look at other people and stuff like that, but just not being able to get the recruiting experience as your whole class, got kind of hosed out of. Just how frustrating was that and all that stuff?
Yeah, it was just really annoying. I think it could have sped stuff up on my part, being able to get to see places and decide where I want to go. So it was just really frustrating and kind of just kept things in hold for me, which kind of sucked because that's what my hamstring was doing too. So it's just been really a frustrating year.
Yeah.
Right.
When you look at the opportunity to play, you are gonna play close to home. Hopefully you're gonna play in front of fans next year, and I think that there's a reasonable chance that will happen. Growing up here and even watching your brother play, but going to games in Ross-Ade Stadium, what do you want to make? I mean, you want to play and you want to make it a great experience, but what do you like about Ross-Ade Stadium, the games you've been there? What makes that a special venue for you to aspire to be a big time player in that venue?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I really liked watching the basketball team a lot. So
Yeah.
I always loved going to the basketball games. And then now when George got on the football team, I started really liking the football team. I started watching everyone. And just, I've always grown up, all my friends are Purdue fans. Everyone I know is a Purdue fan. Honestly, myself, I grew up as a Purdue fan, and it's just been really, really exciting. So I just want to make the best of it. I have everyone here. I want everyone to watch me. You know what I'm saying? So really exciting.
Yeah.
I know Purdue recruited you as an individual and not as your brother's brother. Just what was it about Purdue, I guess, in terms of their pitch to you that kind of won you over? And how much did you want to make sure that, people didn't necessarily think you were going to Purdue all along just because your brother went there and kind of take it for granted?
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to take my time and see where I wanted to go for sure. I wanted to really experience stuff, and that's why I think the visits really delayed everything. I think if I went out and saw a place, I would have been like, okay, I don't want to go there. I want to go to Purdue. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I've always had a great relationship with the coaches and everyone around the program, and I guess that attributes a little bit to George too, just because I'm always around him. So and he's always around the staff. So I got to talk to the staff a lot and got to make a lot of good connections. And I think I'm around a lot of great people.
And obviously a good program starts at the top, and the head coach and Jeff Brom literally lives about down the street from you growing up. And what makes him good at what he does? What makes you, if you were any kid that wanted to play, why? What are his, when he's in the recruiting mode? What makes him good at what he does and make him an attractive guy to want to play for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think Coach Brom really cares about his players, and I got to see that a lot with George. He always puts his players first, and he really cares about the team and how the program does. And not all the coaches are that way. So I think he's a really good coach, and I've seen a lot of the stuff he's put on the field, and I've really liked that. But just as a person, I think he's a really good person, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
I know Purdue recruited you, in hopes that you can come in and help them right away. That's no small feat for, any Big Ten linebacker. But what are your kind of expectations for yourself, and what do you feel like their expectations are for you?
I mean, I hope I could just recover quick. I mean, I think I'm definitely going to be recovered sometime soon, but once I'm recovered, I just hope to be really good, just playing to the best of my ability.
What did you, and with George and watching his experience as 2 years ago when he started, and everybody matures, and not that George or yourself are immature, but it's just a growing process. What have you watched? What have you learned by watching him go into his college experience? And I understand you're different guys, and I'm not, but still, what did you take? What's your takeaway in terms of how he's had to present himself, his work ethic, all those types of things? What have you seen that said, boy, I know I need to do this?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been hardworking, and he's always known what he wanted. But when he got to college, I think he more put himself on like a machine type of mode to where you got to body this when you got to do this then, and you got to recover now. You got to eat good, and instead of just putting in all the work and just putting in all the work, now it's more kind of like a machine.
Yeah, yeah.
What's when he first picked up football, he had to kind of be convinced it was for him. What was your kind of origin story in football? Did you take to it right away, or?
I mean, I really had no clue what was going on. I think I was my first like sixth grade, and I was
Yeah.
playing like O line. I got like 4 flags, and they're like, "You can't hold the
Yeah.
guy," and I'm like, "You can't hold him for what?" I thought I'm just not supposed to let him tackle. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "You got to
Yeah,
block
yeah,
the guy. You don't let him tackle."
yeah.
I thought you just gotta not let him tackle. You know what I'm saying? So it was a funny experience, but to me, I got a lot of friends to know at first, and then the year after that, I kind of switched up positions, started playing a lot more, and I really it was something that I was really good at, and I just really loved doing. Like the first year I started playing, I would just, even though I didn't know the rules by the first game, by the end of it, like I was watching every day, and I knew exactly, oh, next year I want to play tight end, and I want to be a linebacker. I don't want to play D line,
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
do this, and I want to do that.
We'll give you one more question each, but I've watched you obviously play basketball. I've watched you play as a pretty salty slot receiver also. I know you're going to play linebacker at Purdue, but what you're an athletic guy, and what does that bring obviously to your position, and what do you take from being a guy that likes to catch football, run with it, is a very good basketball player in your own right? What is that? How does that make you a better linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, I think basketball helps football a lot, but just I think I'm a versatile player, and I think just from the way you probably, as you said, you've seen me play, and I play really aggressive, and
Yeah.
I move the same way on the basketball court as I would on the football court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Last
So
question,
I was
Brian.
at your guys' game 2 years ago. I think you're playing Andrean, and they throw a little swing pass out to the boundary, and you're on
Yeah.
top of the guy like that. You kind of smash him, and a mom behind me, I'm on the sideline opposite yours, a mom behind me yells, "Hey, don't hurt my kid." You seem to like to hit. You seem to like to be really aggressive. Where does that kind of come from in you? You feel like, and how does it apply to your, to football?
I mean, I think it's a lot about mentality and how you see stuff, and just growing up, I've always been like that. So
Part of your makeup, I think, from that standpoint.
Yeah,
Yanni,
agreed.
thanks so much for your time, and we wish you well. And we're going to look forward to we're going to look forward to having hopefully spring practice where we can actually watch you practice and all that stuff in person. But no matter what, you'll have a great experience. One last quick, what do you plan on studying at Purdue? What's your academic interest? Have you decided yet?
right now I'm undecided, but I think I'm leaning towards business as of right now.
Yeah, that great West Side education will take you a long way, I promise you. So I'm biased, though. But hey,
Yeah,
Yanni, thanks so much for your time, and we wish you very well, and we'll look forward to watching you. And it'll be exciting not only for spring ball but for the 2021 season and beyond. So have a great rest of the day, and thanks so much for joining us.
definitely. You too. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, Yanni. Appreciate your time.
I almost forgot. I got to take a little bit of housekeeping on the back end of this segment, and I want to thank our sponsors, Triple X, on the hill, but on the level of Purdue tradition since 1929, Hilton Garden Inn, and of course, State Farm agent Trent Johnson. Thanks to Gordon Jackson and the folks at WLFI also for making this happen. We'll be back next week. David Bodaya is going to be, we got Yanni Karlaftis one week, David Bodaya the next. That's pretty good. So we'll look forward to that next week on the 15th of January. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody, and a great weekend as well.